Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got some pretty interesting stuff that I want to talk about in this video. Um, and the main chunk of it has to do with what I was what I was stuck doing on my 2 days off these past couple of days on my weekend, I call it. Because typically your 2 days off would be an actual weekend, your Saturday and Sunday. But we work at Walmart where your schedule is not set, where it is almost guaranteed to be completely different every single week. So because of that, um, I don't even know what today is. I literally don't even know what is today. Thursday. Okay. So, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. So, I just had Tuesday and Wednesday off for my 2 days. And I was stuck on those 2 days fixing the rear brake drums on the car. So, our car is a 2003 Saturn L200. If you're curious as to what that car is or looks like, there you go. You got year, make, model. You can go Google, look up photos, whatever you want to do. Knock yourselves out. Okay. But that's the car. All right. So I spent those 2 days pretty much rebuilding the back brakes from scratch, from the ground up. I got the brake rebuild hardware kits. I got the brake adjuster rebuild kits. Yeah, it's interesting story. Um, and it was a very painstaking endeavor. Okay, very sketchy endeavor. Um, there were times in the middle of this rebuild where I just wanted to climb on the roof of my house and just scream to the freaking just scream to the freaking I don't even know. Like, you have no idea how frustrating this rebuild was. Part of that problem, obviously, being that the car is a 2003. It's an older car at this point, right? In its long life. So, nothing that some brake cleaner and a wire brush can't fix, right? So, I spent the first half of that first day off cleaning everything, scraping everything down, wire brushing everything, getting it nice and clean and normal-ish again. Then I started the tear down. Then I started another cleaning process with brake cleaner, getting rid of all the dust. Then I started the actual rebuild, I'd say roughly on that second day. But what took the longest was not the teardown or the rebuild itself. What took the longest was the adjustment. Getting these freaking brakes adjusted correctly was such a pain in the ass. Like, you have no idea. I don't know if it's just because of Saturn's design on this particular car or what the hell is going on. But this was a very frustrating rebuild. I don't know why. I I, I don't really like drum brakes anyway in general. Obviously, disc brakes are far superior and are the choice now for braking systems. You don't have to adjust disc brakes, they're ready to go. All you gotta do is bleed the system and put everything back together, and you're good. You don't have to waste hours putting it back together like a puzzle with a bunch of different springs and pieces and doing an adjustment and everything. Like, drum brakes are so overly complicated that, like, they don't even have to be. There's a reason why we got away from drum brakes and went to disc brakes. Drum brakes have been around since the 1950s. That's how outdated that technology is. It's super freaking old school. And it really just doesn't work anymore. I mean, it works as a form of braking, but in today's modern society, I mean, for the past 20 years, I'd say drum brakes have been outdated. Like, for sure. So anyway, I'm ranting a little bit, but if you were there in my position, you'd feel the same way. You would understand why. Okay? So, the good news is that they're done, finally. The drums are completely rebuilt. I got the new hardware kits installed, brand new springs and all the little pieces. They're all fresh, they're all new. And the adjustment kits are also new and everything. And I thought that I needed brake shoes when I tore it apart a week ago just to take a peek at the brake shoe, because to me, they looked pretty thin. But when I put them up against the brand new shoes, they were like damn near the same thickness. So I was like, well, damn, I guess the shoes aren't in that bad a shape after all. And didn't even need them. Ended up just returning the shoes because the old ones were pretty much about the same. So there's really no point right now to put new shoes on. So, after we finally got it adjusted, 2 grueling, painstaking days on this car, the brakes were finally done. But let me tell you, you know how like some people will say, "Oh, but the payoff was totally worth it." I wish I could kind of say that. It's just it was such a pain in the ass. But I will say, these brakes right now, right here in this moment, this is the best that these brakes have ever felt since we've owned this car. In like 2.5 years, the brakes have never felt this good. They feel amazing. We have almost like instant brake pedal, dude. Like almost instant stopping power that we've never had before. The pedal would just slowly sag down all the way to the floor every time we'd go to stop. I mean, the brakes were so freaking bad. Like, it was ridiculous and actually, like, really unsafe because of it. And now it is a complete 180 flip. Now this is the best that the brakes have ever felt in our entire ownership of having the car. They are, like, literally, the brakes feel amazing. And yeah, you don't know how relieved, how freaking relieved I am when I went to throw everything back together, throw on the tires and everything, and go to pull out of the driveway, to hit that pedal and to get that instant stopping power. You have no idea. Like a huge weight was like lifted off of us. And it's amazing now. Very relieved. But Saturn, you could have made the process a little bit easier. See, Saturn doesn't put a hole or a cutout in the back of the backing plate for the brakes. It's completely solid. most companies will put a hole in the backing plate so that you can access it from behind the tire and the drum, and actually sometimes even keep the tire on the car. And you take a screwdriver and you stick it through the back of the hole right there. And you can actually adjust the drum without taking anything off. But Saturn isn't like everybody else. So every time that you had to do an adjustment, you had to remove the drum. And it made the process very time consuming. Very time consuming. But eventually, we got it. And the result was really good. Thank God. Okay. But I'm very relieved. You have no idea. Um oh yeah, real quick, since I got you. That new drink, the new pop drink, soda, whatever the hell you want to call it. The lime drink, Starry. I think it's called. Yeah, that's what it is. Starry, right? Yeah, that stuff is nasty. I don't know how anybody is drinking that and thinking that that tastes good. It does not taste like Sprite. It does not taste like Sierra Mist. It is literally worse than both of those. Okay. But for some reason, Starry is popping up all over the damn place in all these stores and shit, and it's all over TV with its advertisements and commercials. I think it sucks. I hate the taste. It does not taste good to me. Sierra Mist and Sprite and 7 Up too, I'll throw them in there. They all taste better, far superior than Starry. I don't know what the hell is going on. And then one last thing I want to throw in here. Um, if you have Amazon Prime on your Fire Stick or your Roku TV or whatever, there is actually, I don't know how old it is yet or how long it's been around, but there is actually a I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show. Swear to God. It's crazy. So we just found it literally yesterday on Prime, and we started watching it, and it's good so far. I will say, episode 1 of season 1. I think there's only one season anyway. I don't know, but episode 1, the whole first half of episode 1, you can pretty much skip. It's very boring, very slow, and it drags on for a very long time, and it's really freaking annoying. And then the second-ish half of episode 1, things start to pick up a little bit better, get a little bit good. But where the crazy shit is, where it actually really starts getting fucking good, episode 2 and episode 3 are getting pretty damn good. Now, I was a little skeptical of this, because I'm like, usually every time they try to do a TV show version of a popular movie franchise, usually the results are pretty bad. Okay? So I was a little hesitant to watch this. I thought it was going to be really freaking cheesy, really bad acting, and you know what I mean? But actually, it's pretty damn good. The acting is pretty good. It's decent. It's way better than you think it would be. The camera and the cinematography looks really good. Looks amazing. Really great looking picture. Soundtrack's really good. Well, except for a couple of annoying ass songs, but atmospheric soundtrack is good. Um, and the cast is pretty decent, like I said. But what was really surprising was the actual kills are legit good. Like, see, like episode 2 and episode 3, we're actually starting to get into some actual, like, gruesome kill scenes. And I don't know, I can't tell just of yet. I don't know if it's CGI or if they went practical. Um, but it looks really good. Okay. Um, they did a really good job on this. So, like I said, I really, so far, um, I recommend. So that's the I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show on Amazon Prime, if anybody wants it. You can start a free 30-day trial, and you can cancel at any time or whatever just to watch this show or whatever you want to watch. There's a lot of decent movies on Amazon Prime right now, a lot of brand new releases. So you can like give it a shot or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm doing when I get back to the house. I'm gonna pick up on episode 4 and just keep moving forward because it's getting really good, guys. Yeah, I'm pumped up. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank God. Car's fixed. You know, freaking relieved about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.